perfect time, believe it or not, to revisit your resume, start practicing those interview skills, because January, experts say, is one of the best months to land a new job. Chris Dardis is here as an expert with Versique, and he's going to explain all this for us, has all the good information. Chris, thanks for being up early with us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, January is one of the best months. Why?
It is, simply because hiring managers are back from their holiday vacations and they're itching to get hiring processes started again. And January is typically the beginning of the new fiscal year for a lot of companies. Yes. Budgets are refreshed and new money for hiring.
New budgets in place here. So we're going to go down some do's and don'ts here this morning in a variety of situations. And let's start out with the broad one, looking for a new job. Do's and don'ts. Hit me.
So looking for a new job, figure out what you want to be, even if it's the top 3 keys as to what needs to make up your job. Just keep it simple and use that as a filter as you look. But number 1, get on LinkedIn. That's the most important tool you can use. A great do for LinkedIn is do look up companies that you would like to work for, simply because on the LinkedIn company page, you see the jobs that they've posted. You see if you have any networks within that job, any connections within that job. And then thirdly, you can follow the company on LinkedIn so you can keep up with the news.
And I see some don'ts here on the screen. We're showing our viewers, don't explain your follow request. What's that?
So what that means is if you are asking somebody to connect with you on LinkedIn, explain why. Don't just send them a blind request saying LinkedIn with me.
I got you. And then don't treat it like Facebook, too. This is not the place to post your vacation photos or something.
Yeah, keep it professional on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
For sure.
So online applications are probably becoming more and more common for folks, too. So kind of do's and don'ts there, because that's unique. It's a little bit different.
It is, and it can take a long time, but follow the process is what I'll say. So for a do for an online application, make sure that you tailor each resume specific to the job that you're applying for, so that as you read through the job description, keywords that you see repeated there are also repeated within your resume. A don't necessarily use the autofill feature.
You know, and that can like take over if you're not paying attention. I mean, it does it to me all the time online. You know, when you're going to check out, and buy something, it tries to fill in your information automatically. That can hurt when you're doing a job application.
It can. Take the 5 extra minutes to do it manually. You'll be better off in the long run.
And so then finally you've applied, and then you get the interview here really quick. Some do's and don'ts suggestions for when you're in that interview.
Here's the most important piece. So when you are going into an interview, go back on LinkedIn, not only do some research on the company and the job, but most importantly, on the person you're going to actually be speaking with.
Know who that is.
Know who that is. And then you can build rapport quicker if you know more about him.
And don't oversell yourself, I see here on the screen, or rehearse too much. You want it to be kind of impromptu.
You absolutely do. Don't oversell yourself. The most important key to me is don't be negative. Never in the history of interviewing has being negative about a former employer gone over well. So keep it positive.
Chris, excellent advice here this morning on 5 Eyewitness News. Appreciate your time. Thanks for being here with us.